seems like there's some who are saying, when there's tragedy in my backyard, I'm good with spending. When there's tragedy not in my backyard, heartburn, as you put it. And it sounds hypocritical.
Well, it's nonsense to do this. We are a nation. That's why we have states. That's why we have a federal government to help in times of need in different states, be there wildfires out in the West, tragic, hurricanes that happen on the coast, or ones that, hell, go up the Ohio Valley like this is. This is a time, actually, that we need to come together as government. That said, I don't think wish lists or parks or somewhere else as far as disaster relief needs to occur. But we need to get moving with this. There's enough of the obstructionism. There's enough of the, hey, it's not 100% perfect, I'm not going to vote for that kind of bill. We've seen that way too many times, especially in the last 2 years here. It's time for people to understand that we're here as a federal government to help people in times of need. But what has happened in Western North Carolina is biblical. It's sad. It's been there. I've been out there. We need to help those individuals. We need to help them yesterday, get through the nonsense sent in by the Biden administration. But we also need to get our state and our federal partners working yesterday to make sure that the folks get the relief that they deserve.
What do you need?
Just people to come check on us.
This is how hundreds of people are still living in Western North Carolina, in campers and in tents amid bitterly cold temperatures. How do you think your kids are doing?
They're struggling, but they're managing it well. Definitely has affected them.
Is this your food in boxes?
Yeah, people drop stuff off that we already have, and most of it's expired food.
How has this experience changed your family?
I think it has made us closer. Families have been torn apart, and we still have one another.
It's about 15 degrees below the normal temp for this time of year, and that's just added another layer of misery to the recovery here. Like the destruction you can see behind me, a lot of people have lost their homes, and the RVs and the tents some are living in right now are just no match for this weather. What do you need?
Just people to come check on us.
Emotions are raw here. Steve Krell's home was destroyed. He lived in this tent for weeks before moving to a camper van amid dropping temperatures. Shauna Levine's family has spent 2 months in this shelter. Mom, dad, and 7 children, alongside dozens of others who lost housing during Helene. How do you think your kids are doing?
They're struggling, but they're managing it well. It definitely has affected them in the aspect of losing everything.
Everyone here needs to move out by the end of the month. The lease on the space is up, even though winter weather is just beginning, and the need across Western North Carolina is staggering. Amid the daily struggles, progress, and hope, Levine and her family will leave the shelter this week for 2 camper vans, not a permanent home, but one step closer.
It is rough here, Bill. 25 degrees. The snow is coming down. 2 months after the storm, there are still 5,000 families in temporary hotels or inns. With Christmas coming up, Pinky Anderson said it's tough to explain to her daughter what their situation is.
She asks me every day, Mama, are we going to be in our home for Thanksgiving? No, honey. Mama, are we going to be in our home for Christmas? I don't think so. So, yeah. So it's my concern is for her. I can deal with it. But my concern is to see her heartbreaking, and it's been very difficult.